Have you ever had a door slammed in your face, only to realize later it was the best thing that could have happened to you? Today, we're diving deep into the powerful art of transforming rejection into redirection, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Picture a world where every no doesn't drag you down but launches you higher. Rejection, a word that often burns, can actually become the foundation for your greatest breakthroughs. It's not about manipulating destiny, but about recognizing that sometimes the universe's no is secretly a yes to something far greater. So if you've been feeling unseen, dismissed, or unappreciated, it's time to shift the narrative. In this video, we'll uncover 13 life-changing lessons that teach you how to channel rejection into resilience. These aren't abstract ideas, they're practical, real-world strategies you can start applying today. But before we dive in, help spread this message of strength and growth. Hit that like button and ring the bell so YouTube knows this wisdom matters. Now, let's begin this transformative journey together. Ready to turn rejection into your greatest comeback? Lesson number 1, ignore them. When life greets you with silence or indifference, don't retreat, rise. Ignoring those who ignore you isn't arrogance, it's empowerment. Statement of your self-worth. Picture this: someone decides you're not worth their time. That's their loss, not yours. By choosing not to chase or engage, you're declaring, I know my value. It's like holding up a mirror to their actions, silently showing them that their disregard doesn't shake you. Now, how do you do this without falling into resentment? Simple: redirect your focus. Pour your energy into your life, your growth, your joy. Immerse yourself in things that make you stronger and happier. Read, train, learn, or simply be around people who genuinely see your worth. This isn't revenge, it's realignment. You're reclaiming your power and placing it where it counts. Yes, being ignored can sting, but instead of drowning in that pain, use it as fuel to evolve. Build a fortress of self-respect so solid that indifference can't penetrate it. You're not just surviving rejection, you're flourishing in spite of it. That quiet strength, that calm confidence, it speaks volumes. Remember, your value doesn't shrink because someone fails to recognize it. Stay grounded, stay focused, and let your grace echo louder than their silence. Don't react emotionally. Rejection can spark a storm inside you, making it easy to lash out or break down. But here's your Stoic edge: calmness. When someone dismisses or overlooks you, resist the pull of anger or despair. Stoicism, ancient yet timeless, teaches mastery over reaction. It's not about burying emotion, but about guiding it wisely. When ignored, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, why does this affect me so deeply? More often than not, it's not the rejection itself, it's our bruised ego that aches. That awareness is power. Step back, reflect, and remind yourself this moment doesn't define you. Your peace is your strength. Let the silence fade while your calm presence speaks volumes. It's just a moment. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control, our actions and responses, not the behavior of others. So stay composed, stay kind. If you choose to reach out, do it with sincerity, not with expectation. This isn't passivity, it's emotional mastery. It's knowing your worth isn't dependent on external approval. Your strength lies in your response, not in how others perceive or treat you. That's a true game changer. Embracing this mindset takes practice, but it's life-altering. When you remain calm in the face of rejection, you're not just surviving, you're evolving. You begin to understand that peace comes from within, not from validation outside of you. This is the path toward unshakable self-confidence, where your sense of value is self-created, not borrowed. And that kind of composure, it radiates power. People naturally gravitate toward those who are grounded and self-assured, those who don't collapse under indifference. By staying calm, you don't just endure rejection, you rise through it. You transform pain into wisdom and resilience. That's the Stoic path: strength through serenity, power through peace. 3. Remove them from your mind. When rejection strikes, detachment becomes one of your greatest strengths. This isn't about pretending it didn't hurt or forcing yourself to forget. It's about transforming the sting into self-growth. Acknowledge the rejection, feel it fully, then let it pass. Don't let it chain your mind or control your energy. Think of yourself as a sailor navigating stormy seas. Don't fight the waves, use them to move forward. Every no becomes a current guiding you towards something better. Detachment doesn't mean coldness. It means clarity. It's choosing to steer your ship instead of sinking in resentment. By mastering detachment, you reclaim your focus, your peace, and your power. Transforming rejection begins with a shift in mindset. See it not as a dead end, but as a redirection towards something greater. Imagine rejection as a detour sign, quietly pointing you to unexplored roads filled with potential. Engage in activities that expand your soul and stretch your limits. Read books that challenge your beliefs, pick up a sport that pushes your endurance, or volunteer for causes that offer new perspectives on life. These aren't mere distractions, they're catalysts for growth and self-understanding. Every fresh experience shapes you, strengthening your adaptability and deepening your resilience. Equally important, build a circle of positivity. Surround yourself with those who motivate, inspire, and celebrate your evolution. Share your goals, listen to theirs, and grow together. In that mutual energy, rejection loses its sting. Always remember, rejection doesn't define your value, it refines your direction. It's an invitation to rediscover, to reinvent, to rise. With time, you'll realize that what once hurt was merely guiding you toward a more meaningful destiny. Demonstrate your value. Rejection may bruise the ego, but it's also a powerful test of strength. Instead of shrinking under its weight, treat it as your proving ground. When you're overlooked in a meeting or passed over for an opportunity, pause. Don't spiral into self-pity or resentment. Redirect that energy into creation. Take initiative. Start a new project, refine your skills, or lead with quiet confidence. Every setback is a stage for your comeback. Your worth isn't diminished by someone's inability to see it. It's simply waiting for the right spotlight. Rejection, when met with action, becomes momentum. So, when one door closes, don't just stand before it. Build your own door and walk through it with purpose. That's not just motivational talk. It's a practical roadmap for transformation. Rejection isn't a verdict on your value. It's a redirection toward where your potential can truly thrive. If you're passed over for an opportunity, maybe it's life's way of steering you towards something more aligned with your purpose and passion. Use that moment as fuel to reassess, realign, and rise. Ask yourself, what are my true strengths? How can I pivot and use them to create something extraordinary? This is how you build your comeback story, one forged from resilience, not denial. It's not about pretending the pain isn't there, it's about feeling it, understanding it, and then moving forward with grace. Stoicism teaches us to center our energy on what we can control, our mindset, actions, and reactions. When rejection hits, practice empathy, not resentment. Perhaps the person who overlooked you is fighting their own silent battles. Extending understanding doesn't make you weak. It reveals your emotional mastery. Grow through these moments. Reflect, adapt, and, like a phoenix, rise stronger from the ashes of disappointment. Remember, rejection isn't the end of your story. It's a powerful plot twist that propels you toward authenticity, resilience, and success. Face it boldly, armed with timeless wisdom and inner strength, and you'll soon see it become your greatest teacher. 5. Cut off contact. Silence isn't emptiness, it's empowerment. In the aftermath of rejection, silence becomes your secret weapon. When you've been ignored, ghosted, or turned down, your instincts might beg you to fix it, to chase, to explain. Resist that urge. This is your moment to reclaim control. Embrace silence not as a tactic, but as self-respect in motion. It sends a clear message. You value your peace over unnecessary noise. It's not about punishing the other person, it's about protecting your energy. Let the quiet speak for you, because sometimes the most powerful response to rejection is no response at all. When you choose not to react, not to flood them with calls or messages, you're doing more than stepping back, you're reclaiming your space. This pause isn't for them, it's for you. To realign, to breathe, to remember that your worth was never dependent on anyone's validation. Let's look deeper. This silence isn't passive, it's intentional, powerful, and deeply strategic. You're not just waiting, you're evolving. You're redirecting your focus toward your ambitions, passions, and the things that genuinely matter. Think of this as pressing the reset button on your energy, restoring clarity and inner balance. This period of no contact isn't cold-hearted. It's self-respect in action. It's your way of saying, I value myself enough not to chase what isn't mine. That's not just stoicism, it's strength refined. In a world obsessed with constant replies and attention, your silence becomes magnetic. It signals self-assurance, mystery, and emotional maturity. It shows that your world doesn't crumble because of someone's absence. You have purpose beyond their approval. Remember, this isn't about making them regret or return. It's about showing yourself that you're whole, unshaken, and sovereign. This silence may not change them, but it will change you, for the better, making you grounded, composed, and ready to meet life's next challenge with grace and confidence. 6. Prove them wrong. The real art of using rejection isn't about revenge or validation. It's about self-realization. It's not about showing others what they missed. It's about showing yourself what you're truly capable of. What you're truly capable of lies far beyond others' opinions. It's about turning every no into the spark that fuels your evolution. When someone questions your skill or undermines your potential, don't argue, elevate. Take that doubt and use it as motivation to master your craft, not to impress them, but to outgrow your own boundaries. Immerse yourself in the grind, study harder, practice longer, and refine your abilities until your progress speaks louder than any criticism ever could. This isn't about dramatic comebacks, it's about quiet transformation. Build your strength in silence, your confidence in consistency, and your excellence through effort. Let your work be your voice. If they call you uncreative, craft something original that reflects your depth. If they label you unreliable, let your steady dedication erase their words. This journey of improvement isn't about fighting perceptions, it's about rising beyond them. You're not proving them wrong, you're proving yourself right, because true success isn't about changing their minds, it's about evolving your own. Through growth, you'll discover that the validation you once sought was already within you. And that realization, that your worth is self-defined, is the most powerful victory of all. 7. Go out and have fun. The essence of life reveals itself when you break free from stagnation and embrace joy intentionally. Happiness isn't frivolous. It's a form of resilience. After rejection, the natural urge is to retreat, to dwell in the sting. But here's the Stoic twist. Combat that urge by seeking joy deliberately. This isn't denial, it's emotional redirection. Whether it's exploring nature, laughing with friends, dancing, painting, or simply doing what lights your spirit, joy becomes healing. It reminds you that life is vast, vibrant, and full of meaning beyond one closed door. Fun reignites perspective. It teaches you that fulfillment isn't tied to acceptance but to experience. So go out, live fully, and let happiness be your quiet act of rebellion against rejection. Whether it's exploring a new hobby or rekindling an old passion, the act itself becomes a bold declaration, a refusal to be weighed down by rejection. Humans are wired for connection, and within those shared moments lies a quiet kind of healing. As you navigate the aftermath of rejection, remember the importance of your circle, the people who remind you of your value. Invite friends for a long walk, join a creative workshop, or simply gather for a shared meal. These experiences do more than lift your mood. They reaffirm your belonging in the grand web of human connection. Every shared laugh, every meaningful conversation becomes proof that you are far more than your setbacks. You are part of something living, growing, and resilient. Here's where the transformation begins. Step into the unfamiliar. Rejection might feel like a door slamming shut, but in truth it unlocks countless others. Taste a new cuisine, explore a street you've never walked, or dive into a subject that challenges your comfort zone. These aren't diversions, they're investments in growth. Each new experience adds texture to your story, shaping you into someone more adaptable, more compassionate, more unshakable. The goal isn't to erase rejection, it's to evolve beyond it, turning every no into momentum toward a richer, more radiant life. 8. Build your social status. Picture yourself in a crowded room, feeling unseen or overlooked. Within that moment lies immense potential. Stoicism teaches that rejection is not a setback, it's an invitation to rise higher. Instead of chasing validation, redirect your focus toward growth and contribution. Develop your body, expand your mind, refine your craft. Fitness, learning, creativity, and career progress aren't just goals, They're expressions of self-mastery. Share your journey, not for applause, but to connect authentically with others who share your passion. Engage in volunteering, mentorship, or networking, not as a means of climbing socially, but as a way to add meaning to your story. Every genuine interaction you make strengthens your roots and broadens your reach. Remember, true status isn't about popularity, it's about purpose. Each step forward should bring you closer to your best self, grounded, resilient, and deeply fulfilled. Improvement that radiates outward creates a ripple effect, strengthening not only you but the community around you. This shift in mindset is everything. It's not about craving attention, but about witnessing your own growth and inspiring others to do the same. That's the heart of Stoic philosophy, transforming personal development into collective upliftment. Rejection, when viewed through this lens, becomes a wave of renewal, turning setbacks into opportunities that empower both you and those within your reach. Each step in your evolution adds light to the world around you, proving that personal growth is never isolated. It's contagious, expansive, and deeply meaningful. 9 act as if they don't exist. When someone chooses to ignore or dismiss you, sometimes silence is your loudest statement. This isn't bitterness, it's balance. It's about protecting your peace and energy. If someone has decided to look past you, let them. Don't chase their attention or bend yourself trying to be noticed. Instead, redirect your focus toward people and spaces that value your presence. At a gathering, for instance, engage with those who appreciate your energy. Share ideas, laughter, and authenticity there. The key is understanding that your worth is intrinsic, not dependent on recognition. And when interactions with that person are unavoidable, handle them with grace and professionalism. Keep your tone neutral, your words minimal, and your boundaries firm. You're not freezing them out. You're freeing yourself from unnecessary emotional weight. By staying poised and composed, you communicate something powerful, that your peace, dignity, and focus will always matter more than anyone's indifference. It's a mindset that quietly declares, I'm present for purpose, not for performance. This outlook keeps you centered, guarding your focus from being scattered by others' indifference. If their disregard persists, remember, you hold the power to walk away. That isn't surrender, it's strategy. It's recognizing that your time and emotional energy are precious resources meant for places and people that nurture your growth. Walking away isn't about pride, it's about peace. When you refuse to engage in a one-sided battle, you're not losing, you're liberating yourself. You're creating space for healthier bonds, new opportunities, and genuine happiness. How you handle indifference defines your strength more than any reaction could. Your calm withdrawal isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It shows that you value your inner balance over validation and that your self-respect will always outweigh temporary attention. 10. Give them the silent treatment. Choosing silence amid indifference isn't revenge, it's refinement. It's not about control, it's about composure. Stoicism teaches that silence, when used wisely, becomes a mirror reflecting your maturity. It's not a weapon to manipulate. It's a sanctuary for reflection. When someone dismisses or disregards you and you resist the impulse to react, you reclaim emotional power. This silence becomes your shield, a pause that allows clarity to emerge. Instead of responding with words that drain you, you respond with stillness that strengthens you. It's in that quiet space that you rediscover your confidence, your calm, and your control. Respond with silence, and let that silence become your teacher. Use it as a space for reflection, a pause to understand your emotions and bring your thoughts into focus. This isn't about withholding communication as punishment, it's about protecting your peace and grounding yourself. Within that quiet lies a rare chance for real growth. You're not closing off, you're turning inward, listening to your inner voice. Stoicism reminds us that moments of stillness are moments of strength. They allow us to examine our values, assess our reactions, and decide who we want to be in the face of challenge. Ask yourself, why does this affect me? What lesson is hidden here? How can I use this experience to evolve? This kind of silence doesn't destroy, it builds. It fortifies your patience, strengthens your self-control, and realigns your actions with your higher principles. So when you choose not to respond, let it come from mindfulness, not malice. It's a deliberate act of self-respect, a refusal to engage in negativity or lower your standards. Your silence in this sense isn't emptiness, it's elegance, discipline, and quiet power in motion. Manipulation, revenge, or pettiness have no place here. Instead, embrace Stoicism's call for balance, patience, and self-control. By choosing silence, you're not shutting someone out. You're tuning in to your own inner dialogue. It's an act of self-awareness, a reminder that composure is your greatest strength. This is about staying grounded, centered, and unwavering in the storm of others' behavior. You're not reacting, you're reflecting. You're mastering the art of serenity, focusing your energy on your personal evolution rather than being pulled into emotional chaos. In doing so, you embody the true Stoic ideal: calm in the face of adversity, strength through restraint, and wisdom through understanding. 11. Don't beg for attention. When met with indifference, the Stoic response is not desperation, it's dignity. You don't need to chase validation, you need to root yourself in self-respect. Being ignored isn't a signal to shout louder or perform harder. It's an invitation to look inward and rediscover your own worth. Stoicism reminds us that true confidence doesn't depend on external applause. Your value isn't something to be negotiated or proven, it's inherent. Channel your energy into what nourishes you, your passions, your goals, your growth. Engage deeply in the things that fulfill your spirit. Spend time with people who see and celebrate you. Create a life that feels rich and meaningful, one that stands strong whether noticed or not. This isn't passivity, it's empowerment. You're not waiting to be chosen, you're choosing yourself again and again. It's a vibrant, deliberate embrace of your own existence, living so fully in your purpose and passions that the hunger for external approval slowly dissolves into insignificance. Instead of chasing after fleeting attention, redirect that energy inward. Invest in your growth, your goals, and the quiet joy of becoming who you're meant to be. Build a life so fulfilling that others' opinions lose their grip on your happiness. Let your confidence and self-assurance flow naturally from your progress and integrity, not as a performance, but as proof of your evolution. This Stoic mindset isn't merely about handling rejection, it's about rising above it. By centering your focus on what you can control, your effort, your attitude, your growth, you transform every dismissal into a deeper connection with your true self. Each moment of indifference becomes fuel for self-mastery and inner strength, turning rejection into revelation. 12. Be kind but emotionally distant. Even in the face of coldness, respond with grace, but protect your emotional sanctuary. This isn't detachment through bitterness, it's strength through balance. When someone overlooks or dismisses you, it's natural to feel hurt or frustrated, but Stoicism teaches us to temper that instinct. Kindness doesn't mean vulnerability to harm, it means choosing peace over pettiness. Offer respect, speak with warmth, but keep your inner world guarded. By maintaining compassion without overexposure, you honor both your empathy and your boundaries. This equilibrium is power. It allows you to engage with others without losing yourself. However, Stoicism teaches us to face such moments not with chaos or resentment, but with calm composure and inner strength. Offer a smile, a courteous nod, or a simple "have a good day." Yet release all expectations tied to that gesture. Your kindness is an expression of character, not a currency for approval. Emotional distance, in this sense, isn't about isolation, it's about clarity. It's knowing that while your actions are yours to command, others' reactions are beyond your reach. This boundary is not coldness, it's confidence. It reflects the wisdom of choosing peace over reaction, stability over turbulence. By remaining kind yet detached, you declare silently, why won't let your indifference disturb my harmony? That choice is power. It safeguards your spirit and sharpens your resilience. The blend of gentleness and restraint is Stoicism in motion, strength wrapped in serenity. It allows you to move through interactions with grace while standing tall in your emotional truth. It's a sign of deep maturity, of someone who understands that real control lies not in others' behavior, but in mastering their own response. This way, you move through life's rejections not with sorrow or resentment, but with a calm and grounded dignity that reflects your inner mastery. When faced with indifference, resist the urge to broadcast your pain or seek validation through sympathy. Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in silent endurance and composed action. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but about choosing when and how to express them. Maintain your routine, pursue your goals, and keep your spirit steady, as though the storm outside cannot touch your core. This is not an act of denial. It's the embodiment of discipline and courage. Recognize your emotions, yet refuse to be governed by them. When you continue to move forward with quiet confidence, you reaffirm to yourself that your peace isn't dependent on anyone's acknowledgement. Each calm step you take becomes a declaration of independence from external judgment. In doing so, you live the essence of Stoic resilience, strength through self-control, grace under pressure, and unwavering faith in your own capacity to endure and rise above. This isn't about concealing your emotions. It's about mastering them with grace, preserving your dignity, and staying rooted in self-respect. It's a sign of true maturity and inner wisdom, proving that your stability isn't dependent on life's chaos, but anchored in your own strength of character. Your reaction to rejection doesn't just speak to others, it reflects the depth of your resilience, serving as a mirror of your composure and growth. Throughout this journey, we've uncovered 13 transformative principles of reverse psychology, revealing how rejection can become a forge for your greatness. Each no you encounter is not a wall, but a doorway to higher wisdom and self-awareness. A core tenet of Stoicism that teaches us to find strength in struggle and clarity in silence. Now it's your turn to live these lessons. Face rejection with courage and let it sculpt you into your best self. Share your victories, reflections, or even your scars in the comments below. They're proof of your evolution. Don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell icon, and type "Strength in Adversity" to mark your commitment to growth. Together we rise above setbacks, forging the mindset of true Stoic warriors. Stay strong, stay grounded, stay